係坐得太屎忽都痛埋，係時候起身啦喂。
Stein did my nigga to this day. Better turn this off if you gon' feel some type of way. Prime time with Stein on the blaze. Prime time with Stein on the blaze. 99 got that Glen big chick. Glen big chick. You cannot disrespect. Pimp on the blimp. Pimp on the blimp. Prime time with Stein. Prime time with Stein. Not the first attempt. Pimp on the blimp. Stein 99. We working like a temp. Never one place long. Going state to state. Stein, he be saying what the fuck he wanna say. The internet on fire. He done caught another street. Every time I make a theme song, hear it in your sleep. Feminism, baby killer. Got the world all twisted. Had to make a channel just to talk about it quick. Stein did my nigga to this day. Better turn this off if you gon' feel some type of way. Prime time with Stein on the blaze. Prime time with Stein on the blaze. 99 got that Glen big chick. Glen big chick. You cannot disrespect. Pimp on the blimp. Pimp on the blimp. Prime time with Stein. Prime time with Stein.
Enough was enough. And I said, let Trumpomania run wild, brother. Let Trumpomania rule again. Let Trumpomania make America great again.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to Prime Time with Alex Stein. I'm your host, Alejandro Stein. We got a great show for you this evening. We have a very crazy day we have to talk about. I'm freaked out. How are you guys feeling? There was a terror attack last night or this morning at 3 a.m. in New Orleans, Louisiana. And, you know, I'm partial to Louisiana. Audio issues. Am I something good? How does it sound? Oh, my gosh. It's doing the robo voice thing. Oh, my gosh. Oh, my gosh. Why is it doing this? Oh, of course. Let's see. Wow. Maybe we can just use this temporarily. I know it's going to sound bad. I got to fix my mic. Oh, my gosh. Got to reset it. Why does this always happen? It worked fine earlier. I just used it. I don't understand how this damn happens all the damn time. Can you guys hear me now? No, it sounds like crap. But we're about to fix it. Hold on. Let me just redo this damn freaking mixer thing. Babe, are you listening to the stream? I didn't even check it. Oh my gosh. Robo Stein alert in the chat. Okay, let's see. Let's try it now. Let's go. Yo, 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 yo. How does that sound? How does that sound? Can you hear me? Okay, is it fixed? Okay, thank goodness. All right, sorry about that. All right. Yeah, it's from this mic. Yo, the cats, look at this. This is what my damn thing looks like because the cats want to play with it, eat it, chew it, rub on it. This is my mic cover. It's not how a mic cover is supposed to look inside of a real studio. But when you have a studio inside of a vet clinic like me, this is what's going to happen. Okay? So, is it still staticky? Okay, let me see. Let me hear. If I can hear myself. Yeah, it sounds fine, I think. All right, now we have to talk about what is going on with the terror attacks happening in freaking New Orleans, guys. And, you know, like I was just trying to say, I actually graduated from LSU, believe it or not. Not that, you know, it really matters. A college degree is probably not even worth it anymore. But unless you want to become like a lawyer or a doctor, or shout out Nick Rekieta. Speaking of Nick Rekieta, breaking news in the Nick Rekieta verse, even though we have to talk about the terror attacks that are much more pressing, I would like to say, oh, look, I'm getting a I'm getting a freaking text message. My point is, Nick Rekieta, breaking news recently, and I don't even really want to talk about this because it is not good, but two updates is Nick Rekieta, his house is being foreclosed on, which is very unfortunate. I don't like that for him or his family. Supposedly he got a reverse mortgage for $300,000 for some reason. I'm not sure why. I'm not sure if that's necessarily even true. This is all alleged. This is internet rumor and innuendo, I'll be honest. But it seems like the people at Kiwi Farms, one of the most toxic websites in the world, entertaining website, but toxic, that his house is being foreclosed on, and he's temporarily unable would be the word, unable to practice law because of a continuing education issue, I believe. So shout out Nick Rekieta. We love Nick Rekieta. Nick Rekieta is the best YouTube lawyer of all time, the Atticus Finch of YouTube law. And oh, thank you, Pre, my baby Pre. Guys, the first day of New Year's, and I hate to be superstitious because in a way, isn't that a form of paganism and Satan worship? Probably so, but we're not here to worship Satan. But they say it's good luck if you eat a little black-eyed peas, and that sounds like it's some sort of plantation thing. It's not like that, but they say this is going to bring you luck. With all the bad luck that we've been having to start off the year, and we're going to get into that. We got clips, but the fact that a man named Shansad al-Bindar al-Alami, or whatever his name is, I can't read all those damn words. I don't speak Aramaic or Arabic, whatever the hell it is. No offense if you speak that, but he drives his car in New Orleans and runs over 15 people, and it's a Ford truck, and this is days after Ford was hacked and some anti-Semitic tweets were sent from their official Ford account on X. It's just weird. So we need to try to get some good juju in this house. So everybody, if there's peas, I don't know, are there peas that we can put in the chat, or beans? If there's any beans, something that looks like a pea, or maybe the black emoji because they're black-eyed peas, like a black and then an eye. We could do that for black-eyed peas. Whatever you want to do, but let's eat this for good luck. Let's all try to manifest, and we need to do this together because if we do it together, oh my gosh, I don't even want to pull this video up. I think I bookmarked this video. But sometimes I forget which videos I bookmark and which videos I don't. But speaking of manifestation, and I have a problem sometimes. I can tend to manifest things sometimes I might not want to happen. But, who did I send it to? Oh, my gosh, maybe I didn't save it. That is so annoying. It was about a guy that won the lottery, and he talked about how he always envisioned himself winning the lottery so that when he won the lottery, it wasn't a surprise because he had envisioned it. So, all right. Shout out Jesus Christ. I see that in the chat. We love you, our Lord and Savior. And let's eat some peas. We're getting that good vibrational energy, that high vibrational energy. Mother Nature made these peas, and we cooked it, and good for your digestion. They're gonna make you a little gassy. You won't be a little gassy in that assy of yours. So if you have a romantic partner in the bedroom or a pet, you need to, show a little bit of precaution if you're blasting. We don't want you sharting, especially with your loved one over the holidays. That's a bad memory. We need to make positive memories because these peas are a high positive vibrational energy food. This is not CGI. These are real black-eyed peas. This is for you. I do this for you. Can we ASMR that? Let's see. This is what they do on a TikTok or whatever, or maybe a YouTube Shorts. They go, high vibrational black-eyed peas for good luck in 2025. And Lord, we need it. We need it. We need it. Babe, will you take these peas for me? I don't want the cat to try to knock it over. Can I throw them away? Yeah, knock it on the damn keyboard. You know they try to do stuff like that on baby prepaid wireless, but I need a little soda to wash that down. All right, guys. Oh, I need to tweet the link. Everybody hit that like button right now before we get into today's terror attack. We're about to get into it right now. I need to tweet the link of the show. Thank you guys for joining us. I know it's later than our normal time. We're thinking about maybe, there's George. Is that George in the chat? We need to freaking make him a mod. Hold on. Switch account. You know how we do it, guys. Got the computer right here. Oh, we got a $5 super chat, but let me get to that in 2 seconds. Do a little housekeeping. Where did I just lost George's? No, there you are. Look at it. Add as moderator. All right, there we go. Oh, we got a bunch of super chats. Look at this, $5. Good luck coming to all of us this year. Good luck. Good luck is coming to all of us this year for watching you eat black eyed peas. 2025 You Rock Pimp. Code Chisel 4000. We love Code Chisel 4000. Thank you so much. Obstacle Illusion. On the 19th day till inauguration, my true love brought to me a terrorist attack and a flaming cyber truck. On the 9th day till inauguration, my true love gave to me a terrorist attack and a flaming cyber truck. There we go, baby. That's what they brought us. Thank you for the $10. You brought me $10, Obstacle. You brought the whole chat $10. So thank you. And then is that another Canadian? Charlene Ferguson. YouTube never shows when you are on for me, even though I'm subbed. Your New Year's resolution from last cast really hit me hard. Thank you. I needed to hear that. Well, hey, Charlene, and sometimes I was just trying to, I'm happy you say this, and I get it. I'm thinking 3 different things at once, but I was actually doing a little bit of exercise today. Yes, believe it or not. And I was kind of thinking about like, what are the holidays all about? And, they base it on religion, right? Hanukkah is during this time, Christmas is during this time, Kwanzaa, which doesn't even sound real. But really what it is, it's like these corporations, what they want to do is they want to work us so damn hard, so hard. And then to them, they think that this is some sort of awesome thing that we get 1 week off in between December 25th and the 1st of the year, where you don't really have to go to work. Some people work, of course. It's not everybody, not every single person's unemployed, but most corporations, people are off during this time. And it's a time you get to spend with your family, which is good. And if you don't have a family, it's just good to have time off. But what's funny is they give you this vacation to celebrate whatever your spiritual thing is or a non-spiritual holiday. But what they expect from us is that when we come back, that we are so dialed in and we have this psychological operation that's happening. And maybe it's a good psychological operation, but now that it is New Year's and everybody has a New Year's resolution, and that's why gyms have a constant influx of membership signups always at the January. It is good that we're motivated to get better, and we all should, but that is kind of a psyop too, right? Like, the year's over, take a week off, then get right back on the grind, just grind it out. It shows you how important it is to take some rest and relax, because, man, I really have enjoyed just not having to, and I love working. I'm not saying that we shouldn't work. I think having a job or even doing something we're passionate about, we all should work, but it is nice to have that week off, but then realizing like, okay, well, now it's time to really get to work. Another year has passed and I'm another year, older. It's just time. The clock is ticking. And then for me, I've been really getting emotional. I think I was talking about it last night, is about how if you look at your life like an hourglass, or, whatever, what is it, a sand glass? What is that called? Hourglass, where the sand comes down and the two things look like a figure eight. We have less sand on top than we do on the bottom, for me at least, and for probably a lot of people here. And honestly, we really don't know how much time we're promised here on Earth. So every day could be our last day. I saw a beautiful statement, and this is a statement, this video in different forms have gone viral, where a person asks you, hey, would you like $10 million? And the person goes, yes, I would like $10 million. And the guy goes, would you take $10 million if you knew that you would die tomorrow? And everybody, of course, says, no, I would not take the money. I want to wake up tomorrow. And that shows you that waking up tomorrow is more valuable than $10 million. So once you start thinking in that mindset that, hey, listen, life is good, even though it's hard, I only have a finite amount of time here, I need to try to
kick this thing into overdrive and get cooking with gasoline and try to get on the grind a little bit. And, you know, it's always better to try to make ourselves better, right? That'll make everything better. I'm always working on myself, but it'll make your personal relationships at work and in your personal life and in your everyday interactions a lot better if you just feel better and you're moving and you're trying to move and groove, baby. In 2025, looks like we're going to be doing a lot of moving and grooving. Did I miss any super chats? Hold on. $5 right here. Rick Aussie 77. Hope to see you again on Sky News Australia with Rita. Get your ass down under, Alex. Yes, thank you, Rick Aussie 77. Yes, hopefully. I think Rita's back from vacation, but yeah, we should. We look at George in the chat. We need super chats to keep the lights on during the holidays. I know that's a fact. We always need those dang super chats. We always appreciate that. But Rick, yes, I should be going on shortly or soon. I love the people at Sky News that they've always been so gracious to have me on their network. And yeah, so I should be on there soon. It's 2025. I think I was on Rita's show almost every week of 2024, at least a lot of them. So yeah, I love my friends and Rita so very much at Sky News. So thank you, Rick. Okay, I think that we're caught up on that. Now let me pull up. I don't want you to. Let me go to X and see if I can pull up a few of the things I bookmarked. Yeah, you want me to go play the piano in the background? I don't think so, brother. Not today. Not today. Today was a day of a terror attack, and a lot of stuff's going on with this terror attack that makes you just wonder, like, what the hell is really going on? And, you know, you tweet about stuff, and people get kind of bent out of shape, to say the least. Let me see where I go to. Where do I go? Highlights? Where are my bookmarks on desktop? And my damn cat still acting like she's in damn heat. I don't understand what we're gonna do with the damn cat. Okay, how do I go to bookmarks? I don't even know how to use Twitter on my desktop. I only use it on my phone, guys. I'm trying to pull it up right here. Okay, no. Search, no. Home. X. No. Up, down. Where the hell are my bookmarks? Maybe under highlights. Let's go to this. Profile. Highlights. No, I don't think no, that's not there. What the hell, guys? Sorry, this show's been kind of boring right now, trying to find out where the frick my bookmarks are. How to find bookmarks on X desktop. Okay, we're just doing this live. Find your no, not on Google, on Twitter. I was gonna think. Oh, this is so annoying. Why did he change Twitter to X? Why is it Elon trying to get so freaking cute? Okay, no, that's not. Go to your Twitter, go to profile, click bookmarks. More. Here they are. Got it. All right, found it. Only took 2 hours. Okay, look at this. I mean, is this? I don't know how insensitive it is. It is. Oh, another $5. The great gadfly. Hold on. Let me go. Thank you so much for the $5. No comment. No comment needed. That $5 is just as appreciated as somebody that would send a long-winded super chat, which we appreciate those as well. There can be no super chat that is too long-winded. Okay, present. Share screen. Entire screen. Here. Boom. Okay, so let's kind of go through this now. There's a lot of kind of spicy topics regarding this, which make it a little difficult to talk about because, you know, I don't want to come across as like anti this or that, but this is really weird. I thought this woman, this is, I think at the beginning of it, saying conflicting.
Because of the nature, in order to conduct this, he was hell-bent on creating the carnage and the damage that he did. Because of the nature and the indices that we have on the scene, and we have enough information that the FBI will be taking over this investigation.
Okay.
And with that, I am going to be asking, this is the assistant agent.
Now watch this. Now this is why this video is significant. This woman, I can't read it, Kaepernick, Kirkpatrick, whatever it says, some long thing. She sounds pretty professional. She sounds like she's been in the force for a long time. She's probably had to speak at unfortunate situations or events like this. Now, this is a woman that works for the FBI, and we're going to go back a second, and I'll be great. I'll give her some grace. When you're at a press conference, I've been to a couple of these press conferences. $10, Aaron Anderson. Thank you so much, Aaron. We love you so much. Are you related to April Anderson? Steel Toe Joe's ex-wife. I don't know Nick Ricketta's current, side piece. All right, so back to what I was saying. The reason why this clip is significant. This New Orleans police officer, detective, sergeant, whatever, very eloquent, made her point and said, listen, we're going to kick this thing off to the FBI. This is, a little bit above our pay grade. This is a national terror event. Now, watch how untalented this woman is. And it has nothing to do, people are going to say, oh, DEI, maybe, but how do you get this? How do you get to this position just because of the color of your skin? I don't believe that's possible. Even though I know we live in a weird world, I think that she got this job because she's probably more talented than everybody else that works there, because everybody else that works in the FBI is that stupid. So I'm not even trying to disrespect this woman that's about to come and speak, but it's a tough crowd. It's a tense situation. Let's see how she handles this. Okay, let's go back a few seconds so you can see her hand it off.
And with that, I am going to be asking, this is the assistant agent in charge. This is Agent Duncan, Special Agent Duncan. And
Special Agent
has taken over this case on behalf of us and the FBI. As always, we will be in partnership with all of our partners. But Agent Duncan, if you want to have a few words.
Special Agent Duncan.
Good morning. My name is Alethea Duncan. I'm the Assistant Special Agent in charge for FBI New Orleans. As Chief Kirkpatrick said, we'll be taking over the investigative lead.
Now she's scared.
This,
you see her voice quiver? It's done that. My voice has done that too at a city council meeting, where it's not even that you're nervous, but all of a sudden, like, your brain and your voice and your stomach, it's not all working in concert. So you sound kind of, she's not RFKing it, but she's kind of has that, she's a little hesitant. And she starts off strong, but then the nerves, the fear, the cameras, she realizes that maybe she has to tell some sort of narrative that she doesn't know all the backstory, but she has to pretend like she does, or maybe she knows more than she says she knows. I mean, there's a lot of things going through her mind, right? So let's give her that benefit of the doubt, but just let's watch her speak. And this is Special Agent, okay? This is a higher up person. This is not just your normal FBI agent. This is a person that has, experience, and she has credentials and yada, yada, yada. So, and we got some super chats. Thank you. Love the documentary, Alex. Thank you. Thank you, Kay, for $5. I really appreciate that. Everybody go watch the Blaze PvP, a scamdemic documentary on Blaze. Please go do that. Okay, look, what does this say? Rick Ossie, Alex, why do a lot of people put their trust in Elon Musk? I think he has his own agenda. I think you're exactly right. And, there's a lot of stuff about Elon Musk. You're like, oh, I love the guy or whatever. But come on. He started PayPal. Bud. And this is why I always knew that there was something weird about Elon, is that, first of all, he works as a government subcontractor for the military wing of our government, NASA. He works with NASA, which is considered a military wing. So he's basically part of the military industrial complex, works with Boeing, all these defense companies. And that's the real reason they want to be able to shoot rockets in the sky. It's not because, we've got to go to Mars. No, it's because they wanted to have some sort of, high up, what do they call it? Not Iron Dome. What is that? What do they call it? Star Wars. But they literally do want to, and I know we have Space Force, but I'm saying they're going up in the sky and putting balloons up there and doing experiments up there for defense and military purposes more than it is about space exploration. But we can get into that on another day. So the fact that they said that Tesla is more valuable than Ford, and we're going to get into Ford because Ford is involved with this. Henry Ford wrote a book called The International Jew, and it's a very famous anti-Semite. And this crowd, just a couple days after, this terrorist, just a few days, less than 48 hours after Ford was hacked, which they probably were by maybe a rogue agency, who knows, and they tweeted some anti-Semitic stuff. And then this terrorist happens to have an ISIS flag while driving a Ford Lightning. So there's some sort of symbolism. There's some sort of dog whistle there. We're going to get into it. But I'm getting on tangents. Let's just go back to this. Thank you, Rick. Elon. We're going to get into Elon tonight because we got to watch some Sam Hyde clips, and Sam just freaking let him have it in a very professional and elegant way. All right, let's watch this. Let's just watch her, the special agent of the FBI.
In charge for FBI New Orleans. As Chief Kirkpatrick said, we'll be taking over the investigative lead for this event. This is not a terrorist event. What it is right now is their improvised explosive devices that was found, and we are working on confirming if this is a viable device or not.
Listen to this special agent. She says, this is not a terrorist event, yet it was a mass casualty event with a person that had a flag of the world's most famous terror group attached to it. And they knew that flag was on there. So why not just tell us the truth? Why not from Jump Street say, hey, look, the guy's an ISIS guy or an ISIS sympathizer, whatever. But why try to look at us in our face and lie to us? That's because they don't believe that you or I can handle the truth. And they probably are not so stupid or naive to believe that the flag would never come out, that there was an ISIS flag on there. Who knows? He might not even put the ISIS flag on there. I'm not saying that is what happened. My point is, they put the flag there, then they take the flag away to create controversy, to create the conspiracy theorists like myself that are arguing, why does he have this flag? Is he really sympathetic? Is he part of this organization? Yada, 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 because it makes you ask more questions and leaves you with more unanswered questions when they lie about something right in your face. And this is right after it, and she knows that they have a flag on there. Some sort of terrorist organization flag, not like a Confederate flag. This isn't like a January 6th gimmick. This is a obvious symbol of terror. I mean, it's literally the dictionary definition of what is a terrorist flag. It would show you the Al-Qaeda ISIS flag, and that's what this guy has strapped to his truck. But Special Agent Mrs. FBI Medea is going to tell you that this is not a terror attack.
FBI New Orleans. As Chief Kirkpatrick said, we'll be taking over the investigative lead for this event. This is not a terrorist event. What it is right now is their improvised explosive devices that was found, and we are working on confirming if this is a viable device or not.
So listen to this, and now we're getting conflicting stories where this is Special Agent FBI Medea, or Shaquina or whatever. She's probably nice, or Baker. I forget what they said her name was. This is the early time. This is at 6:40 a.m., 3 hours after the incident. I think the incident happened around like 3:30 or 3:40 a.m. or maybe 3:10, but about, less than 4 hours after the horrible terror attack where 15 people were murdered and maybe more, because I think there's 35 other people that are seriously injured and in the hospital that potentially could succumb to their injuries. So the death toll is only rising. But she goes on and she says that there is some IEDs, some homemade bombs. But now we're getting reports, and I can't pull this up, but I just take my word for it, is that now that's not the case. There were no other people, and that everything's safe. And I mean, I got to go back to this. But so this is the governor of Louisiana right here. This is Governor Jeff Landry. And, he's getting crushed for this. I'm trying to make myself smaller. He's getting crushed for this hard. Ate dinner tonight in New Orleans. Proud to be a part of this incredibly resilient city. See everyone at the game tomorrow. And he's eating there at 7 p.m. Central Time. It's important to understand that we have many visitors in the city of New Orleans right now. Safety is our top priority, and we want our guests and the world to know that Louisiana does not cower to radical Islamic terrorists. And people are saying the bodies aren't even cold, Jeff. Everyone hates you and wants to see you and your fellow dirtbag elitist friends sent on a rocket, yada, yada, yada. So there's other people like Benny Johnson that are giving Governor Landry a lot of heat. But this is where, this might be an unpopular opinion. First of all, Governor Landry is an elitist. He's a governor. He's not worried about his safety anywhere he goes. He's got a, sheriff detail on him that is he couldn't even get hurt. You know what I mean? It would have to be an inside job basically. So he's not worried about radical Islam. But that's neither here nor there. The fact that he knows that he's safe. Did I miss any super chats? Okay, I apologize. Sorry. When I here we did right here. The bacon bits again. Am I right? And what were we talking about? Bacon? I don't know what that is, but thank you, Taryn Wood or Taryn Wood. Thank you for $5. We appreciate that. Bacon bits? I don't know. Maybe in the chat. Let me know what that was referencing. But where this Jeff Landry tweet is okay with me is the fact that if you are based in reality and you know anything about New Orleans, not that I'm trying to act like I'm some New Orleans know-it-all, their whole entire economy thrives off tourism. It's like the most important thing. Mardi Gras, the Super Bowl is going to be there on February 9th, I believe. So, basically a month away, the Super Bowl is going to be there. They have the, college football playoff. It was supposed to be played today, got postponed to tomorrow. So this is a city that it's not only do they have to have these events, it's the only way the city survives is through this tourism business. So in a way, him going there, I get that it's insensitive, but there are people, he does have a point. There are people that went on vacation that spent a lot of their money, college kids, from college kids to rich, wealthy alum that are there that know that this terrible thing happened and still want to try to have a good time. I mean, so is it insensitive? A little bit, probably, but I mean, I don't hate the guy, I guess, for this tweet. He's getting crushed. I don't know if it's the best thing, but I don't think it's the worst thing that he's trying to encourage. Because let's be real, that's what the government, I mean, the mainstream media, they want to try to, now they're in Houston. Like, look at this. This is in Las Vegas. Is somehow related to it. Down in Las Vegas. And it all just kind of makes you think, like, what is really going on? What's really going on? Like, why is there the bomb squad in Houston? Is this house filled with bombs? Or are they just trying to make this just like the pandemic and they want us to just have so much trauma-based mind control that we're scared to death that our neighbor, somebody that we might know, or somebody that's in our city is going to be doing something similar to this? Because if you really just think about it, why do they even need this tank to go into his house? I mean, maybe he does have a bomb. Let me find it. This is him. Samsud-din Jabbar. That's him. Shamsud-din Jabbar. He's just American. He's American, just like you and me, okay? And then if you see that, that's the Illuminati pose, right? That's like the Jay-Z, the all-seeing eye, upside down cross. You guys see that? And he's making that. That makes you think. That makes you think. That's kind of weird. But I gotta go back to whatchamacallit. Hold on. I want to go back to that video because we gotta watch the special agent. We really have to watch the special agent. Sorry, I get so sidetracked. It's hard for me, guys. I get on. And we got to talk about Ronnie. Ronnie getting engaged. Ronnie and Abel.
He was held,
As Chief Kirkpatrick said,
with all of our partners. And with that, because of the nature,
Okay.
and with that.
So she's going to give it off to her, and we just watch it. And then when she has to lie, when the special agent, FBI agent has to lie, that's when her voice starts to tremble. So let's just watch this, and then we're going to move on to the next thing.
I am going to be asking, this is the assistant agent in charge. This is Agent Duncan, Special Agent Duncan.
Special Agent Duncan.
She has taken over
Michael
this
Clark
case
Duncan's
on
daughter,
behalf of us and the
actor.
FBI. As always, we will
The
be
Green
in
Mile.
partnership with all of our partners.
That's
But
probably how
Agent
she got the
Duncan,
job.
If you want to have a few words for everyone.
Thank you, ma'am. Good morning. My name is Alethea Duncan. I'm the Assistant Special Agent in charge for FBI New Orleans. As Chief Kirkpatrick said, we'll be taking over the investigative lead for this
Her voice trembling.
event. This is not a terrorist event. What it is right now is their improvised explosive
Not
devices
a terrorist
that was
event,
found.
but there's explosive
We are
devices.
working on confirming if this is a viable device or not. As Chief Kirkpatrick said, we're asking everyone to stay away from Bourbon Street, specifically from Canal Street to St. Anne. That is my ask. Once again, stay away from Bourbon Street, Canal Street, all the way to St. Anne until we can figure out what is going on. Our goal is to provide you additional information at the 11 a.m. press conference. Thank you so much, and we will be in touch.
Yes, I will say that we want our community and our visitors to continue enjoying. There's so much to enjoy about New Orleans, and we are going to make sure that our route.
And maybe this isn't sensitive, but I am empathetic to what that sheriff is saying, or that officer. She's not the FBI. New Orleans is a place for, it's like a city. It's like Cancun, Mexico. You're supposed to go there and have fun. So it's horrible, and it's probably impossible to have fun during a tragic time like this, but they should go eat at restaurants and go check it out. It's a classic city, the Big Easy. If you guys haven't been to New Orleans, everybody should go at some point in their life. I think it's a city in America, because really, how many, cool cities? We love America. It's the greatest place, but it's like, if you can go to New York, you can go to LA, you can go to Miami, you can go to Seattle, you can go to Portland, you can go, there's San Diego. There's a lot of great classic cities, Chicago, Nashville. But New Orleans is different than all of those cities. It's a city that's very unique, and that's why you should go there. It's that, of course, a lot of these cities are cool and stuff, but the uniqueness of New Orleans, it's not the safest city. I'll tell you that much. It's dangerous. Louisiana is wild. But yeah, it is a little bit of a shithole. But God, the history there, the Creole and French architecture, the French Quarter is way cooler than the fake Mardi Gras hotel in Las Vegas or wherever. Like, you got to go see the real deal. Yes, are there fentanyl addicts? Are there cocaine dealers everywhere? Are there all kinds of, crazy people? Yes, but that's life. And I think we should go to the places that are a little wild and crazy, right? Let's not be afraid to explore and travel and, spread our wings and fly. Not like R. Kelly. Do not fly like R. Kelly, because he flew right into jail. Okay, watch this.
Outs in the Superdome are safe today for the game, and yet we had this tragic event, and we're sorry again to everyone in our community. But we do want you to go about the day, as we say, just stay away from bourbon. Okay.
Can you elaborate on the device? You did say something about the device.
We actually are not going to be taking questions this morning until we have more information. That's why we will give you an 11 o'clock briefing. So until then, please hold your questions.
Please hold your questions. We cannot tell you whether or not it was a terror attack, even though we do know that they had a flag of ISIS, the #1 terrorist organization in the world. So you're too stupid to know this knowledge, because you're a dumbass. Why do they think that we are so stupid? We are a little bit. I'm not the smartest guy. I'm not going to sit here and act like I'm Albert Einstein, but this information is so obvious. They can't really lie when there's citizen journalists, or just not even journalists, just people that are on the scene that take a picture of it and see a flag, and it has a letter that looks like the letter from the ISIS flag. But they're going to say, oh, no, there's just some random bombs. You can't go to Bourbon Street. There's no terror attack. Not terror attack. Nah. But guys, if this guy was white, oh my, could you imagine? Could you imagine? I'm trying to imagine right now, what would the outcry be if he was like driving that same Ford Lightning and just, he and hawing, and it was a white dude. We would have known exactly who it was. If it was like Luigi Mangione. They showed us Luigi Mangione's snuff film on every single feed, on every single account, news, radio, television. You're hearing about Luigi Mangione getting caught in McDonald's with Monopoly money, and he's got pictures of his neck surgery as his Twitter header, and he's mad about insurance, but yet he's not even insured by United Health. And you're like, what is going on? Why am I so interested in all this? But it's meant to distract us, and that's what's going on with this. And if it was a white dude, it'd probably be another one of these distractions. But of course, now they're going to try to sweep it under the rug a little bit. But there's more to the story. There's more to the story than meets the eye. And for me, and it's crazy because I got to bring up this tweet. This tweet did pretty well today. I appreciate you guys sharing. And let me pull it up right here. And it's funny because a guy shared a similar tweet, and the tweets ended up looking similar, but I didn't see his tweet before. But this tweet is going pretty viral. I want to say pretty viral. Where is it? This is the tweet right here. Let me go to add to stage. All right. Oh, shoot. Let me make myself smaller. All right. What a strange coincidence that Ford posted these tweets right before a terrorist drove a Ford with an ISIS flag into a group of people. Now, Ford was allegedly hacked, and the people tweeted "All eyes on Gaza," Israel is, I don't want to say this on YouTube, and "Free Palestine." And then the New Orleans terror attack, the truck is a Ford Lightning. Now, of course, this is oh my God, I got community noted. I didn't even realize I got community noted. 504, this is December 3rd, December 30th, 2024. Ford Motor Company posted that their social media accounts were briefly compromised and 3 unauthorized posts were sent. Yeah, that's fine. That's what I'm saying. Of course, they're unauthorized. I don't think that Ford is going to tweet anti-Semitic stuff on purpose. Obviously, nobody authorized those. But I'm saying somebody had access to that. Was it a CIA, blah, blah, blah agent, special agent? Was it a rogue employee that is sympathetic to Palestinians that knew there could be an attack? Or did somebody just do it, not having any idea that there would be a future attack? And then this person saw that and said, hey, you know what? I'm going to rent this car and I'm going to use a Ford. But you're like, all right, we could play that. We could just kind of in our head rationalize that. But what gets really crazy is a lot of people might not know this. And I was not an expert on Henry Ford, but I did know that he wrote about his hatred of people that wear the smaller hat on their head. Hold on, let me see. So he wrote a book called The International Jew. And this book was given away for free. And he actually bought a newspaper called he bought it called, I guess, the Dearborn yada yada. Here, we're about to learn about it. Okay, this is just a short video. I haven't watched this one yet, but we'll see if it can help us get a little context about Henry Ford.
Pioneering American industrialist who, along with the development of his car, the Model T, invented the assembly line and ushered in the era of mass production. According to a 1999 Gallup poll, he was the 16th most admired person in the 20th century. But Ford was also a virulent anti-Semite who inspired the world's most notorious Nazi, Adolf Hitler, and other Jew haters as well, who continue to draw inspiration from his legacy today. Ford's life as an outspoken anti-Semite started in 1919 when he bought the Dearborn Independent, a small weekly newspaper. Within a year of his purchase, he began to sensationalize the news and attack Jews with hyperbolic headlines like, "The International Jew, the World's Problem." Every week, the Dearborn Independent slandered Jews as being untrustworthy, greedy, and treacherous, as controlling global politics and financial systems. The local paper started making a profit and gaining readers, growing to a circulation approaching 1 million subscribers, one of the biggest in the country. Obviously, hate sells.
Isn't that crazy, though? And about how Henry Ford wrote this, he bought this unknown publication and got it to 1 million readers, and it's all because it was just bashing Jewish people. And then today on Twitter you can kind of do the same thing. But that's crazy, right? This is in 1932 and it's basically 2032 almost 100 years later, and it's still a popular topic. It's weird.
But Ford was just beginning. In 1920, he wrote The International Jew, followed by 3 sequels that described Jews as uniquely evil and dangerous, seeking to harm Christians. And
YouTube, we don't agree with this, YouTube.
That were then sweeping Europe. Ford borrowed material from a famous Russian anti-Semitic forgery, The Protocols of the Elders of Zion, which falsely purported to be the minutes of a meeting of Jews gathering to plot their evil control of the world. Ford's books were huge successes, translated into 12 languages and distributed worldwide. In its first 2 years, The International Jew sold over 2 million copies. Ford refused to copyright the books to enable anyone to freely publish them. The books remain in circulation today, with no copyright limiting their dissemination. In 1931, a Detroit reporter interviewed the Nazi leader in Munich and was startled to see a large picture of Henry Ford above his desk.
I
regard Henry Ford as my inspiration, Hitler explained. Outraged by Ford's antics, Jews and others boycotted Ford products. Faced with the process.
And I don't know if they're going to say it in this video, but actually the only person from America that Hitler spoke fondly of in Mein Kampf was Henry Ford.
Of diminishing profits, Ford eventually stopped the newspaper's anti-Semitic slanders, and in 1927 made what was even then considered to be a half-hearted apology for his relentless attacks against Jews. Henry Ford died in 1947, and although his family and the Ford Motor Company have repudiated his anti-Semitism, The International Jew and his other anti-Semitic books still remain widely available.
So my point with this is, and there's more videos like this. I don't know how much of this content we can play on YouTube. This is probably some sort of, even though this is a normal video with 50,000 views from some Jewish website or something. But I'm worried reacting to any more of this content would be some sort of terms of service violation. So I don't want to get too deep into it. But there is a lot of weird symbolism with using Henry Ford and then this hack happening. I'm not saying it was obviously it was unauthorized. But it's like, who hacked it? How does it get hacked? Because I believe that, I mean, if they can reset your password, if your password gets hacked, there's a backdoor on all of our social media, all of it, from Facebook to Twitter to TikTok. They have it if you can do a password reset. So my point is, if you're the CIA, if you're a high-level alphabet agency, even for a foreign government, they know how to get through some of these backdoors. They hire ex-employees. They hire the people that built the code or something. So, like, yeah, maybe they can't take over your account for a long time because you're like, hey, why is this government agent or why is this person on here report, and then they can get the hack on. But they can do something. They can probably get into all of us and make us say something, or, you know, something like that, hack bomb us, whatever you want to call it. I think that's very possible. So what's at play? Now, this is why things are getting more intense, and I think it's very obvious because Donald Trump won. And obviously we love Donald Trump. Did I tweet the link? Did I even tweet the damn link? I don't think I did. Hold on, let me tweet the link real quick. I'll keep on forgetting. So this is why it's so important now with what's going on. Plug in my damn phone. Shoot, wrong damn charger, guys. There you go. It is tweet this link.
Shoot, wrong damn charger.
We got over 1,000 people in the chat. Hit that freaking like button, all right? Hit it right now. It's an order. I need you guys to spread the love tonight. We need to get some people watching, and we're going to dive even deeper, but we're going to get into why this is important with Trump. Okay, I tweeted the link. Hopefully that gets some more people in here. Make sure to hit that like button. Now, this is why things are about to get extra spicy. If you see this, and this is my tweet, you see, make myself here. I said, the pro-Palestine movement knows Trump isn't as feckless. I should have just said is not feckless like Biden or Harris. And that if they turn up the heat right now, they're more likely to get a response to their demands. So now we just had a terror attack. There's just a terror attack. Just a terror attack. And what do these people do? They go out there and they start protesting. Because similar to Hillary Clinton's playbook, Rules for Radicals, what they do is they have to benefit from this, and to them it's not a tragedy. To them, they're happy that this is raising some sort of awareness. To them, they're happy that I'm out doing a stream talking about Henry Ford. Not that I'm even trying to be empathetic to them or whatever to these protesters. I'm just saying they want a conversation constantly directed towards the conflict in the Middle East and specifically in the Gaza Strip. So of course they're going to go and they're going to protest, and the pressure is about to get much more intense in the near future by the pro-Palestinians, because Trump is not feckless like Biden or Kamala. If he feels like the collective consciousness of the country and the world wants him to step in and that we're twisting his arm to do so, he will do so. And Donald Trump's going to have Israel being like, hey, we need more bombs, this and that. He's going to have the Palestinians saying, hey, listen, we don't want to do this anymore. We need this to stop. And Donald's not going to be able to necessarily negotiate with terrorists. And he's going to say this and that. It's going to be a very convoluted mess. But with all that being said, if anybody can do it, if anybody can help these people, and they might not like Donald Trump, they know it is Donald Trump. And a lot of people are going to say, well, Donald Trump is so empathetic to Israel that he would never be empathetic to Palestinians. And I don't agree with that statement. I don't agree with that statement at all. I think that if there's enough chaos in our country, if enough people are living in fear of some sort of terrorist attack, that not only would Donald Trump do something, he would probably put troops. And I think we're already heading towards troops. I know we have to give troops down there to help them learn how to use some of our weapons. But I'm just saying he's going to put a strong force to try to create some sort of Cold War, maybe, where a war not with weapons, I'm not sure how he's going to resolve this, but I do know from going to all these protests that there has been a seismic shift and that these people see an opportunity to strike while the iron is hot. And by strike, that means do as much chaotic things, as many chaotic things as possible, do as many things to create reasons for them to go and protest, create issues with American people so that we're arguing about it, so that we're looking up Henry Ford, so we're looking up this, and we're looking up this, and the conspiracy theorists are looking up this, and that, they want us all wound up about it. Because that's how they control us. All right, now, I got to read the super chat. What does it say? Bushwhack for $5. Mr. Diamond, are you aware of Sarah Adams? She recently did a podcast with Sean Ryan regarding Homeland terror attacks. Seems it may be coming to pass. Yes, I did see this attack. She said, this woman, she's very smart, Sarah Adams, about some of the tactics that these Islamic extremists use are indefensible. Like they use a suicide bomb, and what they'll do is they'll have two guys with a suicide jacket, and one guy will go there and he'll detonate himself, and then when all the medical people go run in to try to save him, there'll be another guy with a vest that'll walk and mosey on near all the medical people and all the top soldiers and then detonate themselves. And so there's no playbook to stop these people if they're willing to die for their cause. And that's what we saw with this guy, that he was willing to die. There was no way out for this guy. He was going to suicide by cop is basically what Shamsad al-Rabidi or whatever the hell his name is. So she is right. When you're that passionate about something, and I don't know if passion is the right word. I think it's a mental illness, but we have a country that everybody's mentally ill. I mean, people think that they can just, chop off one of their genitals and all of a sudden they become the opposite sex. So we're living in Looney Tune land. So this person probably thinks that by doing this attack that maybe they will go to heaven and maybe they will have some spiritual benefits and they'll get these 72 virgins, but they might be guy virgins. Probably like that. That's not, I'm getting off topic. If they think what they're doing is morally right and will benefit them in the long run, they will lose their life for their cause. And that is almost indefensible. Right? I mean, it's just, it is what it is. But what's so weird about this terror attack, okay, is that they said that the barricades in New Orleans are actually being fixed. I guess the Super Bowl is upcoming, and that they actually have barricades in the French Quarter, which is a high traffic tourist area. But they weren't engaged because they're down right now for some reason. So that just, it's just weird that this guy would know that knowledge, and then he would know that he could just drive down there knowing that he was going to be stuck, because when you're in the French Quarter, he couldn't drive out of there. It's kind of like New York City. It's very condensed. The buildings aren't as tall, but it's all these kind of side streets and alleys, and there are cops, surrounding it. So he would have never been able to get out of the French Quarter in that truck and not at least gotten very far. I mean, he would have wrecked his truck. They would have pinned him in. So he was on a suicide mission, and it's hard to stop somebody that is on a suicide mission. I think that's, one of the points that Sarah Adams is trying to make, and that is a scary, harsh reality. So I don't know. I know I drink too much damn Coke Zero. I'm burping like crazy. But I do know the Palestinian protest movement, and this is one of the most well-organized protest movements that I've ever seen, is going to get ramped up, and there's going to be more trauma-based mind control, weird stuff like this happening. I can just tell you that. That's a guarantee. It's not going to slow down with Trump coming into office. And they probably wanted to wait a couple of weeks, but now they realize, hey, it's 2025. Let's just get the party started. Let's not even wait 20 days. Let's just, the CIA, FBI, all of them, they're behind closed doors. They're like, hey, let's just, you know what? Let's just start the party right now. Start doing the psychological operation right now. They probably want to wait till this damn Super Bowl. And then that's another thing. The Super Bowl is going to be on February 9th, right? There's going to be people honoring the victims, and rightfully so. So now that's going to be a whole ritual. And there's going to be people probably protesting outside of that now, right? Now we've created this huge event, the biggest event in America every year, the Super Bowl, the most watched televised event. And there was just a tragic incident literally 36 days, 37 days, 38 days before the Super Bowl in the same city. And so now the energy and the whole focus of the world for that one day is always on the Super Bowl. Even the people that are watching this in Australia, even the people that are watching this in Europe that speak English, the Super Bowl is the biggest deal. And they even kind of hear about the Super Bowl. There's going to be something that happens there. I hope not. I hope I'm wrong. I hope I'm 1,000% wrong, and I hope nobody gets hurt or anything like that. But even if it's not some sort of, bad event where people get hurt, it's going to be a symbolic event. There's going to be people protesting. There's going to be people feeling all sorts of ways. So this is going to get weird. And somebody said a sports ball is fake and gay. I tend to agree. I used to love sports, and I still watch it. I still like it a little bit. But it is. I mean, it's rigged. These refs, they can call a penalty on a judgment call, hands to the face, and all of a sudden it's not a touchdown, and then it's a 14-point swing because the other team, the next play you fumble and they score a touchdown. And so it's just like they can influence a game so much by these judgment calls that it's obviously rigged. And it's sports entertainment, and that's what's going on. Okay, I see Abel in the chat. Everybody give Abel some congratulations. Where is he? Did I lose him? Where are you, Abel? Sorry. Right there. Abel, hey, Alex and chat rats, Abel and Ronnie. Yes, guys, freaking breaking news. I can't believe it. I would have never thought this would be the case. I just didn't think it would be happening this soon, believe it or not. Ronnie and Abel Garcia are, look at this. Oh, my gosh. Look at this. Okay. Abel on one knee. Abel's on one knee, guys.
Hey.
The balloons.
Hey.
Some people are saying prenup. And I do have to ask, Abel, are you a legal citizen? Abel, do you have citizenship? And I'm not saying that to be insensitive, but you're not trying to pull some sort of 90-day fiance scam on Ronnie. Okay, Abel, are you in the chat, Abel? You're in the chat here. Maybe we can, let's see if we can FaceTime Abel. Hold on, let's see. Let's say invite, copy, hold on. It's this. Okay. Let's see if we can get Abel and Ronnie on real quick. Ronnie, I'm about to send you the link. Okay, Ronnie, here's the link. Have you guys on for a minute? Here is the link. Can you hop on for 5 minutes? All right. So we'll see if they get that. I just messaged that to Ronnie. But yes, they are engaged to be married. I would have never thought when you guys met at the Chat Rat meetup in April. Is that correct? Is April pre? Yeah. April. And how many? And we have to do this wedding on the show. Just like how E does a little. You remember how they did the Kim Kardashian wedding? Let me go like this. We're going to do it exactly like this, but we're going to do it in the studio, and it's going to be no budget, not even a small budget. There's going to be zero budget on it. But let's see. Kardashian wedding. Who's a basketball player she married? Chris Humphries. This is what it's going to be like. This is really what it's going to be like. All right. Come on. What is this BS? Oh, maybe you go to Apple TV. Give me a break. Let me just see some damn footage from the freaking thing. This is so annoying. All right. Kim Kardashian's shocking marriage revelation.
Kim Kardashian's love life has always been in the spotlight.
Oh, my. It's some dumbass freaking AI video. Where's footage? Regardless, doesn't matter. We're gonna do a wedding exactly like the Kardashians' wedding. It was only, and theirs wedding actually only lasted 72 hours, I believe. So that's not that great. That's actually pretty short, I think you'd say. Us rewatch Kim's fairy tale wedding. Okay, this you can kind of see. This is what it's gonna be like. This is it. So you guys see this? Chris Humphries. So we're gonna have an all-white wedding. All white. Kim Kardashian, Chris Humphries wedding style. You guys are gonna love it. You're going to freaking love it. All right, let's watch this a little more. We'll see if they join us. Let's see. I mean, they're engaged. I just can't believe it. I don't know if this is a good or bad thing. I'm kind of debating that in my head. I mean, it is a beautiful thing that you guys are engaged. Don't get me wrong. But if I'm being honest, even though I want to film this wedding and I want to make content out of it, I think you guys are rushing into it a little bit. You guys can come on and we can talk about it. But yes, I think you guys are rushing into it a little bit. I'd like to, if we could just discuss it a little bit more. You know, I would that would make me a little happy personally. But now I'm pulling up something on Twitter. This is crazy. I don't know how much of this video we can show, but this is the footage of them about to turn into the crowd of people. So see, this is Canal Street. This is the French Quarter right there. Okay, let me make myself. Yeah, maybe we'll see better if I. Okay, so you're gonna see here's the truck, and then over here it's gonna kind of decide to start driving into everybody. You see? Okay, I don't know how much we can show of this on YouTube. Let's see. Yeah, see, and then that's when I don't even want to show it all. That's when he turns in. You see all these people right there at 3 a.m. It's absolutely disgusting, guys. Absolutely disgusting, but we can't even show all that. I don't want to actually risk, another terms of service violation or anything. But this is him. I mean, look.
Metal Properties and team lead at the Midas Group at Core Realty. I just want to say hello and let you know a little bit about me. So I'm born and raised in Beaumont, Texas, and now live in Houston. And I've been here all my life, with the exception of traveling for the military, where I spent 10 years as a human resources specialist and IT specialist, where I learned the meaning of great service.
Okay, so listen to that. He spent 10 years doing web development and information technology, IT services, computer technology for the military. So I'm not saying that he's a foreign-born terrorist, but if you're going to radicalize anybody, the easiest person to radicalize would be somebody in the military. And the fact that he was in the military for 10 years doing IT stuff, and the fact that they got hacked recently, Ford got hacked, it's all very weird. Okay, we got Abel and Ronnie. We can only talk to him for a second. Okay, Abel, are you there? Abel, Ronnie, guys, congratulations.
Yeah. Hello.
Can you hear me?
Yes. Can you hear us?
That's crazy. So you guys got engaged already. What are your family? What are they saying about all this, Ronnie?
Oh, they're so supportive of me in our relationship.
They are happy that you're getting married. Are you going to get married in California?
Texas this year, small wedding, just to legalize everything, and then California 2 years from now have a big wedding reception.
Okay, that'll be great. Now, Abel, do you have a green card? You're not doing some sort of 90-day fiance gimmick, are you? Or do you have a green card?
No, I'm an anchor baby, so I don't got anything.
No, you're kidding. So you don't have any sort of government, social security, nothing.
Nope.
And then as soon as you marry Ronnie, you get all that, correct? Is that correct?
Give it about 60 days and I'll have U.S. citizen.
Yeah, but I'm saying, so after 60 days of marriage, you will be a citizen. Is that correct?
Yes. Yes.
I don't know. Comment.
Why not? Why don't you have a comment on that? Does your dad know that that's the case, that you're marrying an illegal immigrant? You know, your dad's very against illegal immigration.
Microphone for what?
American flag.
What?
What? You know,
Hold on.
Ronnie's dad is a staunch conservative that is against. Look, Bad Buddhist with $5. Thank you, Bad Buddhist. Congratulations, Abel and Ronnie. Yes, yes.
Oh, you
Yes, I'm gonna be an American in 60 days.
I'm glad you guys are taking this serious.
I'm a lot of.
He likes to be the little comedian here.
Well, I also know a reason why Ronnie wants to get married so fast is so that y'all can, you know what?
Have family?
Have 15 children?
No. He's a comedian.
So you can do the wild thing. You know why?
Well, no, we want to have at least 2 kids and see how it goes. But
She agreed to 15.
no.
Yeah.
Ronnie, is there, in a serious note, is there any capability or is there a higher probability if you have a baby that it would hide your syphilitis or something like that?
I don't know what syphilis is.
Or whatever. What do you have? Water on the brain? Would there be a chance that your offspring would have that condition?
I don't know. I would have to talk to my gynecologist about that. I have no idea what that means.
Well, I mean, what happened when you were born, Ronnie? Weren't you born under traumatic circumstances? Is that not known?
I was born with the umbilical cord around my neck.
Yeah, that's what it was. So as long as the baby doesn't have an umbilical cord, it's going to be fine. Is that the case?
I don't know. That's just a probability case. I would have to talk to my doctor to see what I can do to prevent it from happening. I mean,
and is your dad going to be mad that you're having a Spaniard baby, that your baby will be half Spaniard? Is your dad going to be mad about that?
He's not He's not racist.
He's a little bit racist. Whenever he sees those homeless people outside of a car, he locks the car door immediately. I've seen him do it. You know that? Does he not? Does he do that or does he not do that, Ronnie?
Listen, there's a difference between legal immigration and people that cross the border.
You're married to an illegal immigrant. You're engaged to an illegal immigrant, Ronnie. You realize that right now. You are. Even Kamala Harris isn't married to an illegal immigrant.
I think we've crossed that line, Alex. I really don't know what to say or comment.
So you know that you're harboring an illegal immigrant, and in a way that you are a criminal now as well. Did you know that?
Take it away, Abel.
And she works for the city, I believe. I don't know how much we can say. We don't need to say which city. So now you're a government agent smuggling an illegal immigrant paid for with government funds.
My last day was yesterday, so
You quit?
Yeah.
Where are you gonna work?
I have 2 interviews coming up next week with the city, and I can't really
engage. You got engaged right after you quit your job.
I didn't quit. My contract ended with this temp agency.
I used to see that on The Office. They would hire the temp agencies. Okay, well, guys, congratulations. We got to talk about this more. We need to do the wedding. We need to have a celebrity wedding. So we'll try to figure out a way.
Hey, I appreciate all that you do, Alex. And thank you so much for letting us on.
That's awesome. Congratulations, Abel, on your citizenship. You did a great job.
Viva America! Viva America!
Okay, you guys get out of here. I'll talk to you guys later. All right, bye. All right, guys, Abel and Ronnie, that is going to be wild. We're going to put that all over the internet, that wedding. It'll be the wedding of the century. Night Train with the $5. Thank you so much. Okay, let's get back to this. Look, Paige loves it. All right, let's get back to prepaid wireless. Excuse me. Let's get back to Shamsud Albin Rabin.
And Williams Jabbar, property manager with Blue Metal Properties and team lead.
Shamsud Din Jabbar. Oh, he's just a Beaumont born South Texas guy named Shamsud Din Jabbar. Howdy, partner. Just your everyday Texan.
At the Midas Group at Core Realty, I just want to say hello and let you know a little bit about me. So I'm born and raised in Beaumont, Texas, and now live in Houston. And I've been here all my life, with the exception of traveling for the military, where I spent 10 years as a human resources specialist.
Which is sketchy. Now he has this long military career.
and what it means to be responsive.
Not that I'm anti-military. Someone's going to clip that. No, I love our men and women in uniform. My point is, he's been working for the damn government in the military, okay? So he's going to be easily manipulated to do whatever sort of covert, overt, whatever you want to call the mission. This guy's a literal soldier. So if anybody can be radicalized to go and fight for our country and risk their life in that sense, they could probably radicalize them to risk their life for a different cause.
And take everything seriously, dotting I's and crossing T's to make sure that things go off without a hitch. So I've taken those skills and applied them to my career as a real estate agent, where I feel like...
Can you imagine that? You worked hard for the past 3 years. You save all your damn money. You're about to put a down payment. You find the perfect house. And your real estate agent is a damn terrorist. I'd have to move if I bought that house. If he was my real estate agent and I lived in the house and I bought it from Shamsud Al-Jabbar, I would have to move out. Can you imagine the bad vibrational energy buying it? These are these people's happiest day. They got their house. They're going to pay it off in 30 years or 20 years or whatever. They're so happy. And a literal terrorist that ran over children and football players, and I don't know if there's many children, but you know what I mean, young people, murdered a Princeton football player. Shout out Jimmy. I bet he's doing pretty bad with all this, the football player that got ran over. But my point is, you imagine you're just trying to buy a damn duplex, trying to buy a damn condominium, and your freaking realtor's a damn terrorist? This is a video that was like 3 years old or something, like 4 years old. So you got jihadi terrorists, real estate agents. You know how they have that like Selling Hollywood? They got all these reality shows. They need to make this a reality show. They get jihadi terrorists and they have them sign up for, Grant Cardone's real estate scam 101 or whatever. And then they just sell real estate and they just follow them around. And then, you can kind of get a little peek inside what they do in their social life, plotting to do these attacks or something. I mean, that would be a hit show. Like, what is it? Selling Sunset, something with terror. I don't know. I can't think of some sort of phonetic thing, some sort of phonetic title, but it would be good. It'd be like, jihadi realtors or real jihadi realtors. I don't know, something like that. But you imagine you bought your damn house from a damn ISIS flag carrying guy. You buy your damn house, you look in his truck, he's got a damn ISIS flag in the back of his truck. Could you imagine that? I'd burn the house down. I'm so American, I wouldn't even accept that. I would burn it down. Honey, we bought this house from a damn ISIS. This is the second damn time we bought a house from a terrorist. Now ISIS is selling damn houses in America now? We're screwed. Dan Crenshaw and them saying, oh, well, we didn't win, America didn't lose the war in the Middle East. Yes, we did. ISIS is doing real estate in Houston, Texas. We lost.
Born and raised in Beaumont, Texas, and now live in Houston. And I've been here all my life, with the exception of traveling for the military, where I spent 10 years as a human resources specialist and IT specialist, where I learned the meaning of great service and what it means to be responsive and take everything seriously, dotting I's and crossing T's to make sure that things go off without a hitch. So I've taken those skills and applied them to my career as a real estate agent, where I feel like what really sets me apart from other agents is my ability to be able to, one, be a fierce negotiator.
And two, make your woman shut the hell up and put on a burqa before I do this freaking house tour. Could you imagine if he said something like that? What the hell is going on? You got ISIS members selling condominiums in Houston, Texas, and making damn YouTube videos about it. It's bad enough that this guy's a damn jihadi, a fake ex-military jihadi, doing real estate. He's got to blast it on social media. He's making damn YouTube videos. They think this is so funny. They think this is so cute. Oh, look at that. We're just going to turn the real estate agent, the guy that's an ISIS sympathizer. We're just going to let ISIS come to Houston, Texas, and start selling houses. How does that sound? That sounds like a good plan to me, bud. Why not? We need people to sell houses. Bring them on. Give them an H-1B visa. I don't give a damn. We need more ISIS selling more houses.
So not only do I brilliantly market your property to make sure it gets sold as quickly as possible or gets leased as quickly as possible, but I'm also going to take every ounce of energy and putting it into negotiating for you and for your property to get the best deal that you can possibly get for it.
And I believe him, because this is why you don't negotiate with terrorists. You always lose. So if I got a guy, actually, I changed my whole tune. I was wrong. There's no real estate agent that I would rather have than Shamsud Al-Jabbar Muhammad Ali, or whatever his name is. Because if he's going to negotiate a better lease for me, he's going to negotiate a better price for me, then I do want an ISIS terrorist doing it. Because terrorists are the best negotiators. That's why we don't negotiate with them. So now that I think about it, if I bought a house from this guy, we wouldn't burn it down. We'd be just very thankful that we know that we got the best deal possible because we had a literal ISIS guy do the negotiation for us. A literal terrorist. I mean, I hate the terror. I hate that he did that. But the idea that I got a terrorist out there negotiating for me in the biggest purchase of my life, I don't know. I don't know if I hate that. I don't know if I hate that. Actually, I'll be honest, I like that. I don't like the terror that he does. That I want to compartmentalize and put that in the bad area. But I want to find a silver lining of the things that before he was a radical jihadi terrorist mowing people down, he probably was a good negotiator. But now we got damn ISIS selling damn condominiums in Houston, Texas, right down the street from me right now. Crazy.
So
what's going on?
Once we get to the closing table, all the I's are going to be dotted, all the T's are going to be crossed, everything's going to go off without a hitch. And that is my word that I'm giving to you as your real estate agent. So if that's the type of agent you're looking for, reach out to me.
I'm looking for a terrorist for the one qualification needed. Are you a terrorist? If the answer is yes, then I want you as my realtor.
774-9718. Give me a call.
What number is that?
497.
Let's call that number. What is it?
774-9718.
What is he saying?
What type of agent you're looking for? Reach out to me. You see my phone number on the page. If not, it's 832-774-9718. Give me a call. And even if you don't want to have me as your agent,
the service you're attempting to use has been restricted or is unavailable. Please contact customer care for assistance.
Wow. That's obviously some sort of like work number or something. So we're not doxing him. That's crazy that of course that number didn't, nobody answered it. It's so freaking annoying. Let's see. Let me see this. There's so many weird anomalies surrounding this thing. Where's my For You page right there? It just makes a conspiracy theorist like myself just question a lot of stuff. Like, why are there so many coincidences? Why does stuff like this have to happen? And like I can tell you guys like why I think it happens, because they want to create so much chaos. They want to put pressure on the incoming cabinet, Trump's cabinet. They want to make things as crazy, because this is why, in a way, and I can't believe I'm saying this. I'll probably get some backlash for saying this. When the people that are the most corrupt, like the Biden administration, the Kamala Harris administration, when the corrupt side is in power, they will lie, cheat, and steal to give an appearance that things are okay, and that they want to do stuff covertly behind closed doors so that we don't see it, that we know that they're just letting in everybody across the border and that they're giving them free flights and free hotel rooms and all this stuff. But they don't openly tell us. They just do it behind our backs. But once these corrupt politicians, once their adversary is in charge, because they no longer have power in the legislative sense, in the executive sense of the White House, they have to take their power back by creating chaos and making America a horrible, paranoia-filled country. They do this on purpose. So in a way, you could argue, even though I love Donald Trump, we're going to have the illusion that things were better, even though they're not, under corrupt leadership. Under Trump, instead of the corrupt people trying to placate us and give us the impression that things are okay, they're going to pull the curtain. We know things are messed up, and they're going to just make things even more screwed up. They're going to have more protests. There's going to be more terror attacks. And it's going to be done on purpose to put pressure on Trump to do things that Trump probably doesn't want to do or is planning on doing, like locking our country down or starting a war. So I'm nervous about what's going to be on the near horizon, because we have evil people, and the most evil ones, even more evil than the AOCs and the Elon Omars, and they even are the conservatives like Dan Crenshaw. Dan Crenshaw and I are fighting like crazy. Dan Crenshaw is coming after me trying to say I'm anti-military because I criticize America's whether we won or lost in the war on terror. I think it's objectively true that we lost that war. You can just see by the way that we exited Afghanistan that it looked like a shit show, and that it didn't look like a country that was in power. It looked like a country that was running away. And the Taliban is still in control. And now we got damn ISIS on one of the biggest holidays of the year, New Year's Day, running over 15 people, killing them and injuring 35. So terror is still happening. And after 9/11 was a horrible thing, but then we signed the PNAC, the PNAC was signed before 9/11, knowing that in order for the United States government to fight the war on terror, that we would have to agree to the Patriot Act. The Patriot Act gives the government warrantless, don't need a warrant, the ability to search your emails, your phone calls, all your records without a warrant, subverting the Constitution. If they think you are a terrorist, either domestic or foreign, doesn't matter. So we've signed away our constitutional rights for the Patriot Act because they flew planes into buildings in 2001. And now, 24 years later almost, 23 and some change, whatever it is, it was 2025, 2001. It's not a full 24 years. In 9 months it'll be, or 8 months it'll be full 24 years. What they've done is they haven't made our country any safer whatsoever. But they spent trillions of dollars drone striking weddings, protecting Bakabazi, guys that had boy sex slaves in the Middle East because they are allies, protecting this in the Middle East. For what? To protect us at home? I went to school at LSU. I could have been in New Orleans. I went to New Orleans. I was in New Orleans when LSU won the national championship game. It was packed. Anybody could be there. That's the kind of terror attack that I'm worried about. Place that I would go. I'm a pimp on a blimp. I'm going to go speak at LSU. I'm just saying, I've been in New Orleans. This is a place where I could have been ran over. I'm not trying to make it about me. What I'm saying is that's a real terror attack. That's a real threat. And whatever we did in the Middle East did not make that threat any less. You could argue that it makes the threat even worse because now people are even more radicalized. People are more upset that their country got invaded by America, so now they want more retaliation. So you could argue that by starting this war and attacking other countries, it didn't do us any justice, really, because, once again, they're all in power. And now people are even more pissed at us. We just kicked a hornet's nest. And for what? So that somebody's Vanguard portfolio or somebody's not just stock portfolio, but so the military industrial complex's bottom line is better. That helps you and me. It doesn't. It doesn't. Yeah, people are saying this. Look, Alex, our military men from years ago do not like large crowds. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And this is how people are mad. And this is to Dan Crenshaw. He's like, Alex doesn't respect the veterans. Bullshit. It's you, the congressman, that doesn't respect the veterans. Because if you see a homeless person in your neighborhood, I want you to go there. I want you to ask them, hey, are you in the military? Are you in the vet? You realize how many homeless veterans we have? How many homeless people that were ex-military have mental health issues, PTSD, and we don't have a government that's focused on helping these people, radicalizing them, putting a gun in their hand at 18, making them go to a horrible boot camp, kicking their ass, and we just expect them to go back into society and get a normal 9-to-5 job and just act like everything's hunky-dory. Well, it's not hunky-dory. It's not hunky-dory. You go to a war and you see a damn Afghanistan guy molesting a boy, and your sergeant says, hey, listen, we got to overlook that. That's not okay. That's going to cause permanent damage. And our military members have been permanently damaged. And our government, the one that's supposed to support them and help them, has done jack shit. So don't criticize my stance on our veterans and our military. I love our men and women in uniform. I'm anti-war. I think we need to come to some sort of agreement as human beings without trying to blow each other up. Look at this. What's up with losers that can't afford super chat? Thank you, Derek Cousins. $2. No, I think some people are doing pretty good. Doing pretty good. But yes, we do appreciate the super chats. We love them. My point with all of this, they want there to be another World War III. They want there to be as many mass casualty events as possible until they get their way. The people that were protesting in New York City have no empathy whatsoever for the victims of the attack today. As a matter of fact, they do have empathy for the terrorists. And so we're only going to see more and more and more of this radicalization and public display of chaos happening. It's going to happen way more. And that's kind of a scary thought, but I think that we're all going to be safe. You know, it's kind of like, even if there's a protest happening, you know, near your house, you're going to be fine unless you go get involved. And I know some of you chat rats are badasses and you guys do want to go get involved. And I hope you do. And I hope you actually film some of it. I'd love to actually share some of that content. But as long as you don't choose to engage with it, you're going to be fine. You're probably not going to be a victim of a terror attack, but you very easily could be in New Orleans at 3 a.m. after New Year's, where everybody's hanging out, having a good time, and you have a damn jihadi real estate agent run you over in a Ford Lightning after Ford tweeted a bunch of anti-Semitic stuff. It just doesn't even make sense. Does not make sense. Bad Buddhist with the $2. Say some people save their money for bullets. I know, I'm burping like crazy. You did. You gave us $100 though, so not you, Bad Buddhist, is freaking supporting the cause. We love you, Bad Buddhist. And we love you, Derek Cousins. Is that who sent the other one? Thank you. Well, I don't mean to make everybody scared. I don't want to make everybody scared. I think that we should all just relax. Everything's going to be okay. It will be okay until it's not okay. Right? So, wow, look at this. Oh my gosh, somebody invited me to go to El Salvador. Should I go to El Salvador and invest in some more Bitcoin? Let's see. Somebody sent me. Well, what is this? Show more. Somebody sent me some sort of translate post. A mosque that the New Orleans ISIS terrorists allegedly visited tells its members that they should not talk to. What? Okay, let's see if this is real. Let's. I don't know. Searching this. All right, it says a mosque that the New Orleans ISIS terrorists allegedly visited, still unclear if that's true, tells its members that they should not talk to the FBI and the press, but rather contacts a notorious Islamic organization that works against Islamophobia. Was this translation accurate? I'm not sure. Okay, hold on. What is it? Important announcement. I'm sure many of you have heard about the tragic events that took place in New Orleans this morning that are now being classified as an act of terror by the FBI. Well, not originally. They're like, oh, it's not a terror act. It's not a terror act. Freaking idiots. I want to emphasize the importance of everyone to stay very vigilant and aware of your surroundings. The safety of our community is the most important thing. If anyone is contacted by the media, it is very important that you do not respond. If approached by the FBI and a response is necessary, Please refer to CARE or ISGH. What the hell is that? It is crucial that we stay united at this time as we condemn these terrible acts. Please stay safe. Okay. So this is CAR. This is some sort of your rights as an airline passenger. Yeah, so you get on a plane without an ID or whatever the hell they teach you how to do. Report discrimination. Look at these tattletales. Report discrimination. Yeah, I bet you guys report a lot of damn discrimination. All right, $5 from Bad Buddhist. We love you, Bad Buddhist. Don't mind scaring people. I am Chicken Little. This is just the beginning, and things will get way worse this year. Train and build community. I think you are right. And why are things going to get worse when Donald Trump's in office, you might ask? Well, it's not going to be his fault necessarily, but he could be tricked. He could be duped. They could, convince him to do something. And then hindsight, hey, I should have done this differently, like the pandemic. That could happen again. I don't know what the psychological operation or what the, event is going to be that makes him do that. But I'm saying that's always a possibility. But even if we just throw that out and we say Donald Trump's going to run a perfect presidency, which is impossible. But let's say he does. There's going to be so many forces working against him from within the government. They're going to cause him nightmares and headaches. It's going to hamper him from doing his job and actually getting things done. So Lila's in the chat. I'm very nervous that we're going to have a rough 2025. And this is going to be, there's definitely going to be some sort of, I'm talking out of my derriere right now, but there's going to be, I can just predict this. This is a prediction show. It's a prediction show. Prediction show. Let me play some music for prediction show. We're going to make some predictions for 2025. All right, chat. Let's see. Game show. Have a free music. I don't know if I should have even used this or even if I need the music for a small thing, but let's see. Why did it go? Why are these YouTube links taking me to different websites now? This just doesn't even make sense. Okay. Let me see if I can turn down the volume a little bit. All right. Go like this, out of stage. All right. Guys, it is 2025 prediction time with Primetime 99 out of Stein. It's not your freaking prediction shit. All right, now, first prediction. Multiple I'm saying mash, but I mean mass casualty events are going to happen this year, sadly. More than happened during Biden and Camelot. That I predict. And I hope I'm wrong. But I think there will be more terror attacks this year than last year. Hope I'm wrong. We're also going to see, because you can see the response in North Carolina, we're going to have some bad weather. Okay. We're going to have some very bad weather this coming year. I don't know if it's going to get too cold. I don't know if it's going to be too hot. I don't know if it's going to be a hurricane. I don't know if it's going to be a damn tornado. I don't even know if it's going to be a damn monsoon. I don't know what the hell kind of weather it's going to be, but I'm telling you, we're going to have some bad weather this year. I guarantee it. And you're going to say, Alice, well, isn't that kind of a vague prediction? Don't we have bad weather every year? It's going to be extra bad this year. Going to be extra bad. You got all these drones. You see all these drones in the sky, bro? You got all the UFOs smoking your weed, looking at your drone videos, brother? There's going to be a lot of weird weather stuff that happens. There's going to be more terror attacks that happen. Gas is probably going to get cheaper, though. And then now, we can only say so much because we're on YouTube. Our overlords on YouTube do not let us talk about medical stuff very much. But now they're saying H1N1 and all this stuff in China is coming back, Jack. You see this? Let's see. Let's go. Let me type in. Let me see if I can find it. China and flu. Let's see what's going on. It's ridiculous, dog. We're screwed. Look at this. What is this? What is this? Okay, look at this. Oh my gosh, I can't even believe I'm showing this. All right, let me make myself smaller. All right, China, danger of another big pandemic. China declared a state of emergency as the pandemic overwhelmed hospitals and crematoriums. Multiple viruses, including influenza A, HMPV, mycoplasma pneumoniae, and COVID-19 are spreading rapidly across China. And this is what they show us. Remember, this is what they did last time. Remember, they showed us all those videos from China. That's how they got us. And then we kind of disregarded, like, oh, we're not gonna have that happen here. And then they brought it right over here. And we asked them, hey, where did that originate from? They're like, oh, it's just a bat. Just a bat. Somebody in the Bat Cave, Batman, the Joker, Robin. That's where they got it. They got it from a comic book, brother. So they're about to do a freaking another pandemic, potentially, maybe. We're going to have another horrible flu season. It was something that I hope and pray is not some sort of geoengineered thing. But I don't have a lot of faith. I'm nervous as hell. And living in fear is not a good position to be in. It's not a good position to be in. We got to live not afraid of the future. So, prediction show, obvious prediction. Also, now let's do some sports predictions. Who's going to win the Super Bowl this year? I saw Dave Portnoy said that he's betting on the Bills to win the Super Bowl. If I had to pick a team, and this is a team, and this goes, shout out to Steel Toe Joe Morning Show, I would like to see either the Vikings or Lions make it to the Super Bowl. I'd be happy with either of them. I'd probably like it a little more for the Lions, but I would be happy if the Minnesota made it to the Super Bowl. And if either one of those teams won, I would like that. And yeah, Chief Kirby saying Chiefs. It's hard to not say the Chiefs when they got the most famous female Illuminati member, Taylor Swift calling the shots. So yeah, I think it'll be Chiefs and Vikings. I think they're going to send the Chiefs to the Super Bowl again, even though Baltimore Ravens, Lamar Jackson is balling out. I think they send the Chiefs again for whatever ceremonial thing. Like they like to do this with the Patriots. They sent them a bunch. Then when the Cowboys were good, they sent the Cowboys a bunch. They send the Niners. It's like they want to, I don't know what. Maybe there's just, I don't know. I don't know why. You're going to say, oh, well, they just have the best players. That's why they go back so much. I mean, that's part of it, but that's not the only reason this happens. There's something else at play. So I think the Chiefs are going to get there, and it's either going to be versus the Vikings or Lions. And I think if either of the Vikings or Lions get to the Super Bowl, I believe one of those teams are going to win it. So I know I'm making a 2-team prediction, and that's a lot easier. But yeah, I think it comes out of the NFC North, and I think it's either the Lions or Vikings that win the Super Bowl. I don't know the last time NFC North. What is it? The Green Bay. They haven't won the Super Bowl in 15 years or whenever Aaron Rodgers won it. So I don't know. People are saying the Eagles. I know Prepaid Wireless wants the Eagles. The Eagles are going to choke. The Eagles are going to choke. And Nick Sirianni has I think the best winning percentage of the last 2 years allegedly. But the Eagles are going to choke. The Eagles are going to choke. You know how I know the Eagles are going to choke? And Paid Wireless is an Eagles fan. She doesn't realize that the Eagles under Andy Reid, I think they went to 5 NFC Championship games before they finally won one and made it to the Super Bowl. And they played a great game. Terrell Owens was injured and still had like 200 yards receiving. It was a classic game that they lost. But they lose all those NFC Championship games, and they were like the top team so many times. That's what the Eagles do. They're going to break all of your hearts in Philadelphia because they did not vote for Kamala Harris. So they're definitely not going to give the citizens of Philadelphia a Super Bowl. They're not. They're going to give it to like Detroit or something like that, 8 Mile. And I mean, it's just Henry Ford. Ford it's a Ford Stadium that the Lions play in. If I was a betting man and I'm just looking at it through the Illuminati's eyes and the sports gambling and the Ford, now we're talking about, and you got to remember this too. What has been the corporation that we've talked about the most during the election cycle? McDonald's. Trump's at McDonald's. Kamala Harris is doing her stolen McValor, saying that she worked as a fry cook because she doesn't have a picture Luigi Mangione going to McDonald's. These corporations are huge. What are the chances the terrorist is in a Ford truck? You know, is that an accident? I don't think so. I think he probably picked a Ford truck knowing that it would connect to either those tweets, or that just maybe people would look into Ford's history of being anti-Semitic, and maybe people would be, you know, empathetic to that. I don't know, but I'm just saying you're going to, if we live in a world in America, you're going to have to go to a corporation to buy a tool or buy this or that. So corporations are going to be involved in these things, whether we like it or not. People are going to get arrested at a restaurant, at a McDonald's, at a whatever. So when it comes to a car company, you look at Tesla. They say Tesla, its stock is more valuable than Ford's, I believe. And that doesn't even make sense because, yeah, Tesla has a lot of customers, but they don't make a pickup truck. They got a cyber truck, a fake truck. They don't make a diesel truck. They don't make something that can haul trailers. They don't have, you go to a construction site, you don't see Teslas. You see Ford F-250s, Ford F-150s. Ford is a much bigger car brand if you're just using common sense, but somehow through math and shareholders and stock and Bitcoin, somehow they can say and value Tesla at a higher number than Ford. So maybe there's some sort of psychological operation now where you see at Trump Tower, pull this up, there's a bomb at Trump Tower. And what do? Let's see, bomb Trump. Oh, this is probably a bomb Trump. There's a damn bomb at Trump Tower, and he's in a damn Cybertruck. He's in a damn Cybertruck. Look at that. Boom, an explosion in a Cybertruck. Now, this other guy's in a Ford running people over. Are they setting up some sort of battle between Ford Motor Company and Tesla, Elon versus Trump, McDonald's versus Coca-Cola, or whatever? You know what I mean? I'm just saying, RFK's anti-fast food. Like, is there going to be a big debate constantly about McDonald's? Is there going to be constantly a new H1B1 debate about Elon? Are they doing this stuff on purpose to distract us and kind of laugh at us and be like, oh, look, we arrested the United Health killer at a McDonald's. And the guy didn't even have United Health insurance. Makes you like, what? That makes you think. So if we see a pattern, we start seeing that all of a sudden there's more Ford symbolism, Ford's getting hacked again or something, or there's going to be a Ford employee that gets caught, looking at something or being in a group with this guy or something, that's going to happen, because then we're talking about Ford. Everybody's talking about Ford. Watch, something's going to happen with McDonald's in the next month. That's another prediction. Within the next 3 months, some sort of McDonald's big thing. Whether, how Trump went and cooked there, and then the next day they had a listeria outbreak or something, and everybody got sick from the quarter pounders. And they had to shut a few of them down or something. So there's going to be bad publicity too. And they give these corporations publicity. Sometimes bad publicity is even more valuable and more viral than good publicity, and will get your brand more awareness than even good publicity. So they're going to do bad publicity for these car companies. They're going to blow up a Tesla in front of Trump Tower. And this Tesla and the car that was used in the terror attack in New Orleans were both rented from Turo. And there's people that are on freaking Twitter that are saying, oh, that doesn't matter. There's no connection there. Turo is just a big car rental place. And yes, they are right. It is just a big car rental place. But what are the freaking chances that it's two cars with a lot of symbolism? One, a Tesla at Trump Tower in Las Vegas, which is, synonymous with a lot of attacks and, crazy stuff happening in Vegas. And then on top of that, they drove a Ford after Ford got hacked for being sympathetic to Palestine with a damn ISIS flag on the bumper. You can't make this up. It's just hard to make this up, in my opinion. So I don't know. It's going to be insane. I don't know what we're going to do. Oh, these guys are my favorite. I got to show these guys real quick. Look at this. This is the new future of content right here. Look at these guys. This is it. Eat your heart out, Big Justice and AJ, Big AJ.
We're Walmart guys. Of course we're gonna smell every candle.
guys. Of course we're gonna play with every ball in the store.
Look how weird they look, and the dad has kind of that wonky eye. But I like them. They're actually cool. You can tell that's his son.
Every laptop.
And they're just downloading Lord knows what on those damn laptops. No, those guys are funny. Okay, let me type this in. Let's see. Let's go latest Turo. Oh my gosh. Let's see. Turo, both cars. And the fact that this happens on New Year's Day, it just doesn't even make sense. It literally doesn't make sense. Both cars were electric. Both cars rented through Turo. And just like, what? Let's see.
Believe that was that source also revealed what was inside the truck: explosives that included fireworks, gas tanks, and camping fuel. And authorities believe that was connected to a detonation system controlled by the driver. We're also hearing this same sentiment from Elon Musk, who tweeted out that they have now confirmed that the explosion was caused by very large fireworks and or a bomb carried in the bed of the rented Cybertruck and is unrelated to the vehicle itself. So he was clear to say that this was not an issue with the Cybertruck.
Yeah, no duh. See, that's all he's worried about. He's like, hey, Cybertrucks don't blow up. But they do. There are people that had their cars that just, basically run into a tree or whatever. So there's something weird about that. Now we got to find where it's Turo. Look at this thing. Oh my gosh. Okay. Add this age here. Let me make it big. All right. Turo app used to rent trucks used in New Orleans attack and Las Vegas blast. What are the chances? The Turo app was used to rent the cars associated with the vehicular attack in New Orleans, as well as the Cybertruck explosion in Las Vegas on Wednesday. We are heartbroken by the violence perpetrated in New Orleans and Las Vegas, and our prayers are with the victims and families, a Turo spokesperson told Newsweek. We are actively partnering with law enforcement authorities as they investigate both incidents. Shamsuddin Jabbar, 42, has been named the suspect in the New Year's attack on Bourbon Street that killed at least 15 people and injured 30 early Wednesday morning. Later on Wednesday in Vegas, the Cybertruck exploded in front of the Trump International Hotel, killing one and injuring 7 others. It was not due to a defective Tesla, but instead large fireworks and or a bomb carried in the bed. So what is Turo? Of course, Turo is a big app where people can just rent a car. And of course, is it possible that both of these attacks could be by 2 people that just were on their own and decided to rent a car through Turo? Yeah, I'm sure that's possible. But for me, as a coincidence theorist, I don't believe that to be the case. I think there's a little more at play. I go to these protests. These are well-organized machines that go to these events. There are people that are being paid to go there. It's not like every protester at a pro-Palestine protest is being paid. No, but there are some. The leaders are getting paid. The leaders are running nonprofit organizations that are being funded by all kinds of organizations, whether they're spiritual, religious organizations, or they're just, anti-capitalist organizations, or whatever, Islamic organizations. There is funding for this stuff. There's funding for pro-Israel protests. There's funding for Black Lives Matter protests. That's why Patricia Cullors was able to buy 4 mansions, and I think she got arrested for it or got in some trouble. But there is money into protesting because people want to donate to the cause, and there's rich people that are, involved in this. So believe it or not, a few people can make money from this. So this group of protesters are organized. And what they're going to do is very coordinated. And it's not an accident that we see anti-Semitic stuff from Ford, not that they did it, but that we know that they were compromised. But then a Ford truck is used in a terror attack less than 48 hours later. And then there's a bomb that goes off in front of Trump Tower in a Cybertruck who is friends with Elon Musk that was rented from the same rental car app that was used to rent a car that caused a mass casualty event in New Orleans. All of this is weird and convoluted and confusing, and it's going to get more confusing, and it's going to get more clear at the same time. That's how conspiracies work. The deeper you go in the rabbit hole, the more you find out, the more you think you know, but sometimes the less you really know. So what are we going to figure out with this? I hope it's not another Las Vegas shooting deal where there's a Saudi guy that owns floors there, and could there be some sort of Saudi connection? Who Who knows? But I know that there are big, powerful people that are involved in this that need to be exposed. I mean, you saw, let's see if I can pull up, let's see, Kennedy, New Orleans. Let me see if I can find this video. I mean, I just get so nervous. So thinking, look at this. This is what he has to say.
Now in charge of this investigation.
Okay.
The federal government is now in charge of this investigation.
So this is John Kennedy.
The White House, the FBI, the Department of Homeland Security, and the Department of Justice. I have not talked to the FBI. Maybe they've talked to my staff. I don't know. I did talk to the Secretary of Homeland Security a little while ago. And I told him that with all the respect I could muster, that we expect to put the full force and resources of the federal government behind this investigation.
Oh yeah, if they want to screw something up, let the federal government get involved. Yeah, sure, that'll make it better. That will make it way better. Not from Borat.
Troopers, our local police departments, our sheriffs. We've got many sheriffs here today who've been terrific so far. Federal government is cooperating with them. I hope that will continue. Here's what I want to ask from the federal government. Catch these people.
These people, so it's a group, it's an organization.
And then tell the American people the truth. Now, I don't want you to tell us yet anything that's going to interfere with your investigation. And there are things that I've been told that I think are true that I'm not sharing with you today because it could interfere with their investigation. But after we get to the bottom of this, they need to tell the American people the truth. And the people in New Orleans the truth. And the people of America the truth. I think the mayor and the governor are very wise to postpone this ball game for 24 hours. There's just too much stuff we don't know. And it's just not worth it.
What don't we know? We've already been to his house. What don't we know? Who else is involved in this? What, how big is this organization? How much fear should we be living in? But we're going to just keep on watching this. And people are saying all roads lead to Oprah. I do think Oprah's involved in this because Oprah openly lied and said that she wasn't paid by the Kamala Harris campaign. Yet that proved to be a lie. That, yeah, she wasn't paid directly, but her production company, Harpo Productions, was paid $2.5 million. So the production company that you own got paid $2 million. You personally didn't. It's kind of like, all right, Oprah. So yeah, Oprah's involved. I don't know how, and we're going to get to the bottom of it, but let's just finish watching this Kennedy talk. Some people are saying, yeah, he's grandstanding, just trying to get some camera time. Yeah, well, I mean, these are politicians. That's what they're trying to do. They're trying to win popularity contests. So, that's what they have to do. And he's not going to be, and I hope I'm wrong, I don't think he's going to be pressing the FBI and pressing all the governmental agencies that are covering this as hard as he says he will. Like he's like, oh, I'm going to be on them. I think if they watch, he's going to say this line, I'm going to go after them like they stole Christmas. I doubt it. You're probably in like one open meeting to the public, ask 4 hard questions about this 3 years from now, and it'll go viral at the time. You'll be like, I asked those hard questions, but you're not going to give us any of the real answers that we want. You're not going to probably make our lives even better or make us live in any less fear, because if you just listen to what he's saying, he's trying to be like, oh, well, we need to have the football game, this and that. But he's also being very vague in saying that he knows information, but he can't talk about it because it might, make somebody guilty by association is kind of what he's like insinuating. So he would omit the truth, a lie by omission, just not tell us something. He's a politician. That's what politicians do. So let's just finish watching this.
But after we get to the bottom of this, they need to tell the American people the truth. And the people in New Orleans the truth. And the people of America the truth.
Yeah.
I think the mayor and the governor are very wise to postpone this ball game for 24 hours. There's just too much stuff we don't know. And it's just not worth it. But I guess my final point is, I will promise you this. I will, when it is appropriate and this investigation is complete, you will find out what happened and who was responsible.
Doubt it.
Or I will raise fresh hell.
Sure.
And
I hope
will
you're right.
chase those in the federal government who are responsible for telling us what happened, like they stole Christmas.
Oh my gosh, somebody said there's a mass shooting in Queens. Preset it. Is that true? Hold on. Let me see. Let me try to. God, I don't want to show guns on a damn live stream, though. They're so crazy. Okay, we're in New Jersey, babe. Oh my gosh. Let's see what is going on. Queens. Oh my gosh. What is going on in Queens? I don't know. Breaking mass shooting at Queens. Oh my gosh, what the hell is going on? What did I say? I'm not trying to act like I'm clairvoyant, but there's going to be more stuff like this. Do not live in fear. That's what they want us to do, is live in fear. 11 people struck by gunfire in Jamaica, Queens. Huh. So where have we had attacks? New Orleans, New York. Houston's not really an attack, but there's a weird bomb stuff and a bunch of stuff, and Las Vegas. So you can pretty much say there's going to be some other big cities that have some sort of weird stuff like this. They probably don't want to do it in Florida because they don't want DeSantis to come after their ass. But Jamaica, Queens, people were shot. I don't know. I don't want to like accidentally show gunshot because then we get a terms of service a violation or something. Let's see. Latest Queens. This is not good. This is not good. And I can't even type in Queens. Luckily, so far, no nudity has popped up. But look at this. Live stream Queens. Let's see. What is this? Look at this. 11 people struck. Wow. 11 people struck by gunfire near Missouri. That makes me sick. That makes me sick. Oprah. Why is Oprah letting this happen? Oprah, please! Just forgive Dr. Phil! Forgive Tyler Perry! Forgive Puff Daddy! Just stop all the violence. We don't want it. We want to live safely. We want to live comfortably in this country. We don't have to worry about being a victim of a terror attack. So, you know what, ISIS? I just want to say on behalf of the United States government and the military, can we just chill out, bro? Like, there's no hard feelings, dude. We don't want to. You did this attack. You did some terrible stuff. Go do all that in your area. All right. Just stay out of here. Let us have New Orleans back. Let us have New York back. Let us have Texas back. Y'all want to go get weird and do Bakabazi and all that stuff in the Middle East? Go ahead. But this is bad. And this is a coordinated attack. And this is a coordinated attack that is not being done on accident. And even if they're not necessarily that they have to be talking to each other, it can be different splinter cells of these groups that talk to one another, right? So it's like, just because this shooter that happened in Queens has probably never talked to Samsud al-Jabbar, but they probably talk through some sort of intermediaries or intermediary groups that are affiliated so that they're like-minded and that they have the same people radicalizing them to do this. So they don't have to know each other. It's not so much coordinated where he's like, hey, Shamsud, are you going to do it today? Oh, yeah, I think I'm going to drive the car in Bourbon Street tonight at 3 a.m. They don't have to talk like that. They see a pattern and they follow the pattern. And that's all I'm really doing. I'm not smart, but I'm just just pattern recognition. This happened in 2016 through 2020. They're going to kind of do a similar playbook, probably a little different because it didn't, I don't know if it worked exactly how they wanted it to work. But there's going to be more terror, more fear, more trauma-based mind control used on the American people now that Trump is getting back into office. So one of my New Year's predictions already came true, that there would be more terror attacks. And boom, what did I say before the end of the show? And this is terrible. I hate it. And I'm sorry to all the people in Queens, but had another mass casualty of it in the matter of a 2-hour show. So let's just be real right now. We have to, even though things are bad and we're starting off the year pretty hot, I think this would be a perfect time to have some gratitude for the good things in our lives. Me, I got prepaid wireless. I got the cats. I got my dad. During the holidays, I miss my mom. It's hard, but I got to be. That only makes me want to spend more time with my loved ones that I have the ability to spend time with. So we got to turn the metaphorical shit into sugar. And even though things in America are bad and they're probably going to get worse, we need to stay positive. We need to stay diligent. We need to keep our eyes on the ball so we don't strike out. And guess what? We are going to strike out. I talked about it last night. The best Hall of Fame players, they strike out or they get out 7 out of 10 times, in baseball. So we're going to make mistakes in this next year, but this year is about if we fall off the horse, we got to get back on this damn horse. We got to go win the Kentucky freaking Derby. Okay? It's not that complicated. So Luigi Mangione, Shashan Al-Badir, this person, Cybertruck, get ready. Buckle up. I hope you got unlimited data on your damn cell phone because you're about to be reading about a bunch of bullshit. Okay? And that's what they want. That's what they want. That's done on purpose. They want us to get addicted to our phone so that we need a constant cortisol. Cortisol is our stress hormone, and the more we release it, the more we get addicted to releasing it. So we actually, human beings, we actually subconsciously go towards stressful situations in order to get a release of this cortisol. If we have a lot of cortisol, if you're like really living a good, high vibrational life, you don't have a lot of cortisol, you might not have that cortisol addiction that most of us have, but we do. And so we see these events. That's why as soon as you see one terror attack and you hear about another, we're all rushing to social media to look it up. Yet none of us would rush this fast to look up a recipe for a sandwich or a recipe for this or that. I mean, there's stuff that we're passionate about that we would go and do stuff, fast in a way, in a hurry with some urgency. But when it comes to events like this, terror attacks, that sense of urgency is already there. You already want to hear what the hell's going on. Well, I'm curious. Like you're curious. You have to scratch that itch. You're going to look for this information. And most things in life, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't, make him drink it. What is this? Look at this. Hey, chat rat losers that can't afford to clap back. What is Derek Cousins doing? What is Derek Cousins doing? Is he fighting in the chat? I don't even know what's he doing? Prepaid wireless. Is he talking smack? Oh, TV's Will Heron. We love TV's Will Heron. Evening, Alex. You see the desk was an STM football player out of Lafayette. I did not see. Well, I saw one of the players was a Princeton player. I didn't really see. Well, what is it? Why don't I know STM football? Is that one of the high schools? I don't know why. Everybody needs to go. Will Heron is one of the best clippers in the Dabbleverse. Everybody needs to go follow Will Heron. Thank you for watching on X, but his channel is on YouTube. It's great stuff. Shout out Still Time Morning Show. Shout out Nick Ricada. Shout out Ann. I think that's the girl's name that goes and records Nick at Court. But Will Heron's doing some good stuff. But yeah, of course, a player out of Lafayette. I mean, I'm not surprised. It's in Louisiana. I mean, and then, Will's in Louisiana. He knows that is a high traffic, the most visited city in Louisiana, arguably maybe the South. It's sad. Yeah, Alex, did you watch Sam's Elon video? Yes, we didn't even get into it tonight. We've already been streaming for 2 hours. I think we're going to end the stream here shortly, and then we're going to get really into Sam tomorrow because we didn't even get into it tonight. We didn't even get into H-1B. There's a lot that we didn't cover because today was so chaotic, but I have a feeling tomorrow's going to be even more chaotic now that we have another terror attack. These young people in Louisiana are being attacked. They're trying to and this is Will, if you're watching, you might not have saw this earlier, but this is why I think it's kind of scary with what's happening in New Orleans is that this happens right before the college football playoff. They have to postpone a football game, causing all kinds of chaos. These people bought tickets and hotels. They might have only got a hotel for one night or whatever. I'm just saying it makes this experience less pleasurable, I guess. You know what I mean? Obviously. I mean, it makes it less pleasant, no doubt about it. The game will go on. There'll probably be some sort of pro-Palestine protest or whatever. But the Super Bowl, as on February 9th or February 10th, I forget which one, in New Orleans, that will be and I don't know if there's going to be a terror event there, but that will be a mass demonstration. There will be mass protests. There are going to be all kinds of attention on the city of New Orleans by the whole entire world in a month, 39 days. So that's why they did this into New Orleans. So this is why this happens in New Orleans. It's like when they did Katrina, and then we talked about Katrina. They're going to constantly be talking about this. We're going to be constantly in fear that we're going to be under a terror attack or the possibility of a terror attack in order for them to, use the Patriot Act or whatever means they have to basically go after domestic citizens, because they could stop this. I know this guy was born here in America, but there's so many damn terrorists that have come up through the border that aren't asylum seekers. So they don't really care about making our country safe. And who knows who this guy was talking to in this country? Could have been talking to a guy that's from damn Syria or Afghanistan or wherever the who knows. But I just know that our country is less safe now than it has been in a long time. And you got women that are on fire in the damn subway in New York City, and a cop wouldn't even urinate on her to put her out. And that's literal. I'm not saying he should have urinated on her, but you know what I mean? He wouldn't even go to her, even hit her with his damn jacket to try to pat out the fire. Didn't even do that. Just walked by her like I don't want to touch that. That's not part of my job description. So you got damn people being burnt alive on a subway. I don't even know if they caught the guy. That guy was an illegal immigrant. Now you got this other guy, damn ISIS, doing real estate deals, selling leases and condominiums in Houston, Texas. Got damn cyber trucks blowing up outside of Trump Tower in Las Vegas. Things are about to get weird. Things are just getting started. But luckily, everyone in the Dallas area, yes, thank you, Scott Starboard. We love Scott Starboard. He did a great edit. I'm about to post, Scott. I meant to tell you, he did a great job. Everyone in the Dallas area, go see Dave Landau and Alex Stein at Hyenas on January 8th. Yes, please, guys, if you're in the area, January 8th, Dave Landau and I will be performing at Hyenas. The place is going to be wild. Get your tickets. It's tinyurl.com. And it is tinyurl.com/Dave Alex Dallas. Just come on, go look, type in Hyenas, Alex Stein. Just freaking come to the show, please. Okay, yes, STM is a Catholic school. Yeah, in Lafayette. Wow. Look at that. Yeah, Tiger Beck was a Princeton player. Yeah, that is so sad. And his brother played at LSU. His brother was a stud that played at LSU and then plays at TCU now. Really unfortunate. That's how you know. It's just, yes, Dave Landau from the Cumia show. Yes, that is that Dave. He has his own show on the Blaze. It's called Normal World. You guys should watch it. It's actually a great show. But yes, Dave and I are going to be there. It's just a really sad event. And I think there's going to be more sad events. So this is why we have to all go and do this real quick. Why Will's in the chat. This is why we can all get all bent out of shape every day about the impending apocalypse or whatever the hell you want to say is going to be, the end of us all. But for me, how I like to reduce stress. This is how I like to reduce stress. Let's see. This is how I like to reduce it. There's a couple clips I want to play. Let's see. Let me go to videos. I want to go to Kumi's ban on Manly. Nah. Yeah, they brought up Nick or Kate on the Adam Friedland show. That was so funny. Speaking with Kay in court. No, where's the one? Did you not have one about him foreclosing? I could have sworn, Will, I thought you had one. Well, let's just talk about this. This is.
Can we leave? We can leave Nick alone at this.
This
point,
is Will's channel. It's a great channel.
Like he's
Everybody
gone
go
radio silent. Things are bad. Of all the the gossip and the news.
Everybody go to Will's.
Let's. Optic Nerve says that noisemaker sounds like Nick's nose. That's I think you can. Can we leave? We can leave Nick alone at this point, can't we? Like he's gone radio
a little bit.
silent.
He's doing
Things
bad.
are
I feel bad for him,
of all the the gossip and the news and the sources, people snaking him and everything, and the info that's coming out of that. Like it's going to be years of hell, and I think he's pretty much retired at this point. I think it's kind of it's like an athlete you hate and wondering when he's going to come back, and you're like,
somebody said Steel Toe is a cuck. Well, yeah, technically he is. He wife swapped, so yes. And but I think Aaron is actually a pretty nice, funny guy. I'm not just saying that. I know everybody thinks I'm just trolling when I say that. I'm trolling a little bit, but I do think Aaron is. I laugh at this is what I do to stress, get a nice stress relief. Is I'll sit here and I'll watch Aaron's clips. Talking about Nick and talking about how he's wife swapping, because at least he does own it. I mean, he does make himself out to be the hero in a lot of these stories, which is probably not always the case if we're being real, Aaron. But I do think Aaron got bamboozled by April and Nick, and I think Aaron was a little bit of a victim. He probably should have never let this happen. He had probably a marriage that was not heading in the right direction, and he thought at the time what he was doing was right. I do believe that. And then ended up being a horribly wrong decision. And I do think Aaron's actually learned from it. I mean, I don't know why I'm putting him over so much, but I don't think Aaron would do this again. But it's still memorable content. Aaron's hooking up with the biggest law tuber, and then the law tuber is getting arrested for coke, and the law tuber's son or daughter is getting testing hot for coke. I mean, it's just, you couldn't make this stuff up. You literally could not make this stuff up. So let's see what he has to say, though.
Like, he's not coming back. Like, it's done. He's got bigger fish to fry.
I think Nick could come back
in life than streaming. He can't handle internet people. He argues with people with 2 followers on Twitter. How do you?
Well, I think that's the reason why Nick could come back, because he's anal retentive enough where right now he's not in the right headspace. He probably does need to take a step back and work on himself. But this is just me disagreeing with Aaron. Aaron could be right, but I think I am right. I think Nick could come back if he took enough time off, got clean. People like success, comeback stories. They like the Robert Downey Jr. story. So I don't know. I mean, if he came back and was doing the exact same thing and getting in trouble again, no, he's not gonna. But if he does clean his act up, Nick does, and he focuses and gets dialed in and starts making content again, I don't think it would be impossible for him to come back. I don't. I think he would have some fame and notoriety, and I think that he would have to do some interesting stuff. He'd have to create some interesting streams again, and he's alienated a lot of law too, but he could probably win some of their favor back. So yeah, I don't know. I don't tend to agree that Nick Arcade is totally finished. At the moment, he's not doing well, but that's life. And I would tell this to Nick, and I would tell this to Aaron. He had some low points. Sometimes you're gonna have low points. You just got to get through them, and that's what makes the high points better, is getting through the low points. And that's just part of life. It's not easy. And how he handles this, he's gonna come out of it stronger. No matter what, he's either going to come out of it and say, hey, I want to clean my life up, or he's just going to be a stronger, more hardened drug addict that continues to drug run his life. But he will come out of it stronger. And the next time that Nick potentially goes to jail, it'll be easier, because that's what happens to these people. They get institutionalized, and, you get in trouble. So you're used to getting in trouble, and you're used to the court system. It becomes more normal. So either way, he's going to be more used to future criminal incidents if that happens for Nick, or if he gets clean, he'll still have the ability to be successful, and I do believe that.
What do you think he's going to do when he fires up a stream and the only people giving him money or in his chat are people talking about, you coked out your kid and you're a piece of shit and blah. He's going to lose his mind. He's going to blow his probation. He's going to drink and do drugs because of all the stress and everything else.
Maybe he does, though.
He's better off this way, I think.
I think Nick is really wealthy, and the fact that he foreclosed on his house is probably that because he's a wealthy guy and probably grew up with, decently wealthy family, was able to go to law school, which is expensive and all this stuff, that he probably doesn't have a good, and he's going to watch this clip maybe like, Alex just know what he's talking about. I'm really good with money. But usually if you're rich, you don't look at money the same as if you're poor. And because he didn't come from a poor background, maybe he thinks it's just, I don't know. Maybe that's why he didn't pay his $300,000 reverse mortgage or whatever he did, because his house is supposedly already paid for, free and clear. So I'm just saying, Nick's probably not the best money manager, because, it hasn't been something he's had to be very strict about managing until now, until his legal fees with his monograph lawsuit and this criminal court and this family court and his wife getting popped and his new girlfriend and you. So yeah, once he gets clean and dialed in, I think Nick could have a comeback, but that's a lot of work he's got to do. He's got to do a lot of work, but I wouldn't put it past him. And Aaron, you got to keep streaming. You got to keep talking about it. Sadly, you kind of do have to grift off it because it is interesting. And there's going to be more revelations for all this. So shout out to Will Heron for all the great work he does clipping this Dabbleverse, Ricada-verse, the parables of Ricada. All right, guys. I love you so much. Thank you, everybody. What is Derek Cousins? Where I see you in the chat, you complaining about something. I don't see it. I did read your super chat, your $2 super chat. Well, listen, I love you guys. We're going to be live tomorrow night. Everybody, please hit that like button so this stream will get recommended to more people. We're going to be going live for longer. And then tonight we just did 2 hours, but we're going to start kicking things up a notch. We got to build a community that I want so bad, not just for myself, but for you chat rats as well. I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching. We're going to get weird all week. So stay tuned. We got a lot planned for this new year, but also be aware. there's going to be more terror that happens in the near future, and they're doing this on purpose. So just stay focused, keep your eyes open, and don't believe everything you read or even see, and question it, because if we don't question it, they can just lie to us. Don't let them lie to us. I love you guys. Peace and good night. If I know where the damn end button is.
Yoka Artianza Remix.